my channel, our new debt-free living series. I wanted to do this video for you today on how to cut your budget in half. If you are new to my channel, my name is Erin. I have another channel, it's a weight loss channel, but I wanted to do more lifestyle over here on My Level 10 Lifestyle. So this video is gonna be on how to cut your budget in half. We paid off all of our debt in 2018, $70,514 worth of consumer debt and vehicles, and we have been debt-free ever since. 2.5 years later, we are debt-free, and we are living, if you are a Dave Ramsey fan, I guess we would be on baby step 4 to 6. We are working on saving for a house, saving for a major down payment, investing, and just really setting up ourselves for success, and so that we never go back into debt. Because true story, guys, a lot of people go back into debt, and going from baby step 2 to 3 is hard, because when you pay off all your consumer debt, then you're left with this money left over every month, and it's really hard to get 3 fully funded, because you're like, but we could go shopping now. And that's why I have a hard time when people are very gazelle intense and they are like going hard, right? They're like, we're not going to spend any money, we're going to be like so intent, and they forget to live. And then when the debt's gone, they're like, now we're going to live. And it's like, if you balance that out and you live well and learn to live well on your budget, when you become debt-free, you don't feel deprived, and you don't feel like, now we can go on this trip, now we can do this. And so one thing that happened after baby step 2 for us is we experienced like a shake. We had a job loss, we had to move cross country twice, and I mean cross country, not like another state away, like several states away. It was very expensive, and we had, you know, job loss, lost a house, lost all these things, right? And so if we had not fully funded baby step number 3, we would be hurting right now. We might even be back into debt. And so that is one thing I'm super grateful for, is don't slow down after baby step 3, dive into baby step, or don't slow down after baby step 2, dive into baby step 3 and get it done, guys. Save, get that baby step 3 funded, figure out what your monthly living expenses are and times that by 3 to 6 and save 3 to 6 months in living expenses. Because now that we have faced, you know, that move and that job loss, if we hadn't had those funded, it would have been really scary for us. And that 3 to 6 month emergency fund really helps us sleep at night, because we know we're gonna be okay, right? And so if you get done with 2, go just as hard on 3 as you did on 2, because you won't regret it. You won't regret it. Tuck that money away. Don't even think about it. It doesn't exist. It is just, that's like the crap hits the fan fund, right? We don't think, oh, we have this in savings. No, that's our, we need to live and eat and pay rent if, you know, we need it. So definitely that was one thing that I would recommend. So enough of that. I'm going to go into how to cut your budget in half. We are living a debt-free life. We try to live very small. We've gotten, it's really easy to let lifestyle creep in. If you guys have no idea what that means, I think of it as, if you make more money, you spend more money. That's kind of a natural thing, and that happened to us in Kentucky. We made more money, so we built a bigger house. And looking back now, that would have been a disaster. So I'm very thankful that God pulled us out of that and planted us where he did, because I feel like we're in the right place now. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go back and watch the very first video on this channel, and that's why we moved to Oklahoma. So how to cut your budget in half. So this is what we did. 2 years ago, we started our debt-free journey, January 2018. It is now January 2020 when you're watching this, and we cut everything. I mean, I was ruthless, you guys. I was like, oh, you wanted to watch Netflix? No, we don't have Netflix. I mean, I was like, I went a little far. You don't have to go that far. Do what you're comfortable with. But I was ruthless at cutting our budget in half. And so the first place I did that was meal planning. And I meal planned everything. And it was really easy, because I didn't eat a lot at the time, because I was on a weight loss journey. But I meal planned everything. I also researched a ton of things on zero food waste and learned to really get creative with leftovers and things like that. For example, last night we had a ton of bananas left over and leftover sausage and bacon. So I made the 3-ingredient banana, cinnamon, and egg pancakes, and we used up the bacon and stuff. So like dinner was completely leftovers. It was awesome. I maybe spent like $1 on eggs. So dinner was $1 last night. That is meal planning, using up everything, being creative, and zero waste. Because when you waste, that's just like money down the drain, and that is a huge deal. Most people spend just as much on, sometimes just as much on rent and mortgage as they do on food. And that's crazy, you guys. I don't know if you have an Aldi near you. Aldi is my best friend. I love Aldi. I shop there for most of my food. I'll hit up Sam's, Costco, and Walmart if I need to, but I really do love Aldi. And I try to buy just what we need and meal plan and use up leftovers really creatively. And if you want more meal planning, meal prep videos, definitely let me know down below. Hit that thumbs up. And I will know to share with you how I meal plan, meal prep, and use zero food waste. And I've done it all the ways, guys. I had a family of 6 at the time when I started this. Now we're down to 2 kids at home, so we are a family of 4 at home now. And yeah, I can show you how we did big family planning, little family planning, and share that with you. The next one is dining out. This is a huge trigger for me, guys. I love to go out to eat. I'm a foodie. I love to go out to eat. I love to try new places. And it doesn't have to be expensive. You can still have that in your budget if it allows, and try to include it so you don't feel deprived. If that's your thing, you like eating out, maybe you don't and you won't miss it. But if you still do, I found that when we would restrict and not eat out ever, then all of a sudden we would go out to eat a ton. But I felt like if I budgeted it once a week, we could go somewhere really cool. We used a coupon, we did intentional going out to eat, and not like, oh, we said we were going out, so now we're going out, and then we didn't even want to go out. Instead, I would say, okay, we're gonna have cash to go out to eat on this day, and this is how much we're probably gonna spend, and make a plan, right? And here's another trick too. There were 6 of us at the time when we started this journey. And if we all went out to eat and we all ordered drinks, that's an extra $15 sometimes. So we all order water all the time. That saves a ton of money. And then we're able to buy yummy food and have that, and then just drink water. We don't need sugary pop, soda drinks, things like that anyway. It's dumb. So that's one thing, is just get in the habit of everybody orders water. We don't even, when they come and say, what do you guys want to drink? My husband just tells them, water. All of us want water. We don't need it. I would rather take that $15 and order a cool appetizer if that's what you want. I would rather have that than a drink that you're not going to care about a few minutes later. The next thing is stay home. Make your home a sanctuary and a place that you feel rested, rejuvenated, and want to be. And that was really important for me, because when a few years ago, we didn't live in a home that we super loved, and we moved. I didn't want to live there anymore. We moved. And that was our second move in Kansas. And so we made that home a home, and we lived there and played there and stayed there and wanted to be there. And sometimes we find ourselves not happy where we're at, so we always want to go places. If that's you, maybe do some rearranging, maybe do some cleaning out of your house, make it cozy, make it a home without spending money, and just make your house a home. Staying home really cuts your budget in half. You're not going out to eat, you're not spending money, you're not tempted. It just makes sense. Cultivate that space and be intentional about it, because that's going to save you a ton of money. The next thing is fees. I will never pay fees, ever. Like, I'm not going to pay a $2 surcharge. I'm not going to pay an ATM fee. I'm not going to pay this. I will always go the long way around. I will never understand how people want to get a tax return and they'll say, well, we'll charge you $200 if you want the money today. Or if you wait a week to 10 days, you get the full amount. I will never take the money then. I will never. I feel like those fees are so dumb, you guys, and so just wasteful. And so that's one of the tricks to our budget, is we don't do late fees. We don't do any type of fees like that. I just don't like it. I don't want to pay those things. And those are like my dollars. Even if they're $2, if you have a bunch of those things, they could add up every month and every year. So always think, like, if you have like $40 in fees a month, what does that add up to in a year? That's a lot of money. That's almost a good start to saving for a vacation or a kid's college fund or something like that. Whatever you value, whatever you want. And I just think, I'm not going to waste my money on things like that. The next thing is really important, guys. Open up your eyes. If you are scared to know your budget and what's coming in and going out, it's okay. That's normal. I was so scared to write all this down and get it out and know what we were spending. That was really hard for me. And especially when I saw the damage on paper, it almost can make you go into like a panic attack because it's ugly sometimes in the beginning. It's not always going to be ugly. I hope that gives you some hope, but get it down. Write it down, guys. That's the next one, is open your eyes and write it down. Know what money you have coming in. Know what money you have going out. Also, look at your husband's and yours pay stubs. Are you paying for things you shouldn't be paying for in there? I mean, is there like something in there that can be fixed? Know these things, know these numbers, what's coming in and what's going out, and look and see and keep track of things, little things. I do our finances daily. It takes me like 2 minutes because it's organized, and I, log any business expenses, log anything that went through, kind of reconcile our little Google sheet I do. And if I see something I don't recognize, I ask my husband, hey, what is this? Did you buy something? And if he didn't, we dispute it. And I've found errors on our card before because I'm like, what is this? And whether it's somebody charged something to our card or the bank accidentally did something, I don't know. But my eyes are open now to everything. I watch our money like a hawk, and my husband knows. He knows. I will come to him and say, what is this? And he'll say, oh, I bought this. Oh, okay, no big deal. I just want to make sure it's us and not somebody else, taking our money, using our money in a way that, we did not authorize. And so open up your eyes. If we see a bank fee, if I see a fee come through for, an automated thing, I want to know what it is. And I dispute things all the time. I'll go back to the company and say, I didn't authorize this. I don't want this. We need our money back. And sometimes I have to push, but it works. I keep everything organized and on lockdown. And that has helped us a ton to know where our money is every month, what we have, I can tell you to the penny almost what's in our accounts and where things are and what's coming in. And I keep notes in our Google sheet, and once those things are done, I'll erase them. But know what's going on, guys. Open your eyes. Don't be afraid. It might be ugly at first, but just hang in there. It gets better. It gets to where it is now, where it's not ugly anymore. It's like brushing my teeth every day. I just take a peek, everything looks good, shut it down. Not a big deal. Before, like, months would go by and I'd be like, oh, we have negative $20 in our account. Holy cow. No, that doesn't happen anymore. But that was the life we lived. And then if you live that way, don't be ashamed. Don't be sad. It's okay. We're going to get it on track. And the next one is, you think you need it? Probably not. A lot of times we see neighbors, friends, family, people buying things and we think that'd be fun. Do you really need it, guys? Ask yourself that. Do you really need it? Go through your budget, comb it over. So what I did in the beginning is I wrote down everything we were spending. And then I went through and I highlighted everything orange that could be canceled or stopped. And then as it was canceled, I highlighted it in red. And what I found was I cut over half our budget doing that. And it was amazing. I realized how much money, it made me a little sad because I realized how much money we were wasting on things we didn't need. But every month I've continued to do that for 2 years now, is ask myself, do we really need that? Do we really enjoy that? Does that really happen? Like, do we need Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, all the things, right? Like, seriously, somebody tell these jokers to get it together and make one thing. Seriously. And so that's what I'll do, is I'll edit things. I'll edit our life, edit our finances. Do we need that? Do we need to go there? Do we need to spend this? Do we need to drive in the car and waste gas? Do we need that? Constantly ask yourself, do we need that? Like, if you're at the store, I will put things in my cart at Target and I'm like, thinking, yeah, I need that. And then halfway through shopping, I'm like, I don't need that. And I'll put it back. And I do that all the time. Even at the grocery store, I'll get up to check out and then I'm like, we don't need that. And I probably save a ton of money doing that every time because I'll put like a lot of things back. And I don't miss it. I'll get home and I don't miss it. I don't think, man, I really wish I bought that. No, I never do. And it's just more clutter in our house, more trash, more garbage, so much waste. So ask yourself, do you need it? Do you need it? Do you want it? If you want it, sometimes you want it. Don't feel bad for that either. There's sometimes I buy things and I'm like, because I want it. We're debt free. We have a budget. It's in the budget. I wanted it. And I don't feel bad for that. And everybody's on their own different budget. So we get to buy what we want and it's not really anybody else's business. So what you may think you want and need, I may not think I want and need, but that's okay. We're all on a different path, right? The next one, the last one, is Call everywhere and cut everything. Holy cow. This is what I did in the beginning. Called everywhere and cut everything. I was ruthless about it, and I actually have a story where I saved us thousands and thousands of dollars on a credit card interest one time doing this one thing. If you want more information about that, let me know down below in the comments, because it's a really cool hack to getting momentum on paying off credit card debt if you have that. And what I did was I called every company and tried to lower everything. Our internet, our utilities, even everywhere. I called and I was like, hey, we're struggling. This is like my canned response that I said, hey, we're struggling and I need to cut things. What can I do here with you guys? And usually they don't want to lose your business. They don't want you to stop paying. They fear that. They don't want people who are delinquent. So they will work with you. They may say, hey, you know what, you're paying, I'm making this up, like $40 a month in internet. What about if we give you our $29.99 deal for 12 months? Would you take it? And I would go, let me look. And they would say, how about $15.99? Could you do that? And I'd say, why, yes, we can. And then I would just save myself like all that money right there. Instead of paying $40 a month, I paid $15.99 for 12 months. We were gonna have them for 12 months anyway. Why pay $40 when you can pay $15? You see what I mean? Call everywhere and try to get things lowered. You never know what you can save doing that. This is how I saved and cut half of our bills, guys. Let me know down below how you cut and save half of your bills. And how are you saving money? Be sure to subscribe and like this video, guys. I have more coming. Next week I have a big one coming. Every Saturday I have more debt-free videos coming. If you like these things, definitely let me know down below. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you on the next one. Bye.